Well, you've been putting up with this for a while. Why is it so dang hot in here? I hate being hot. Right back at it like a smoldering gun. Because your clothes are so smothering. God, I seriously can't stand it to let you guys investigate this place. Kazuchi left the music venue under a cloud of grumbling complaints. But it really is hot. In fact, it's swelteringly hot. Why is it this hot? No, before that, I need to check out the Monokuma file first. There are two victims this time, Ibuki Minyoda and Yokos Sayanji. Ibuki Miyoda's cause of death was a crushing windpipe as a resulting of a choking. No other external injuries. Yoko Sayanji's cause of death was blood loss due to her throat being slit by a sharp-edged tool. Appears her death was instant. What the is it? I already knew the cause of death from the beginning. There isn't going to be much of a useful clue. Monokuma File 3 has been added to the Showable section of your handbook. It's strange, why did the killer kill two people? Huh? You mean the more people you kill, the more clues you leave, right? I don't think it's really necessary to kill two people take that kind of risk. I agree with that. Was there a reason they had to kill two people? Reason for killing two people? Regardless, something like this wouldn't be forgiven, show. That's what I think. Seriously, I really prefer if she had more confident sounding catchphrases. Shattered remains of a machine are spread out all over the floor.
I see.
Appears to be the surveillance camera unit.
This too must be the
Did she put it in the music venue for communication purposes? Why is it destroyed like this? Perhaps criminal psychology is at play here.
Well?
What do you mean? Even if they knew they are not being recorded, there is no way the killer would tolerate committing a murder in front of the camera. Why did they destroy the camera? Seems plausible enough. They'd hesitate to murder somebody in front of the camera, and that's why the killer destroyed this? Then what was that thing I saw? The surveillance camera unit has been added to the Showable section of the handbook. Looks like the music venue's AC unit. That's right, you might be able to adjust the hot air in the music venue with this. Alright, I should mess with that a little, like so. Running as a heater, over 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I know why it's so dang hot. Better turn off the heater now, that should cool things off a little. AC temperature has been added to the Showable section of your handbook. Control panel on the wing of the stage. Seems you can use a control panel to raise and lower the baton lighting on the ceiling. We use this to lower Ibuki's tangled body. Thinking of the lighting, a video of the music venue I saw. It had a dim kind of light ambience to it, and it didn't look like the lighting was used at all. Why didn't they use the lighting? For some reason they would have inconvenienced. What? There's a reason they would have inconvenienced them.
So you have a
You noticed the two are fiend. Noticed. So you didn't notice? Are those eyes just little glass balls? Take a look at the baton lighting above your head. Have you not noticed the aberrant item? Yeah, the baton lighting. You mean that? It looks like a black paper stuck to the baton lighting. So you finally noticed. Can't really see from here. I should lower the baton lighting one more time, man. There's no need. Go, Mirage, Golden Hawk, Jumpy. Now is your time for the take flight. Foo ha ha, feast your eyes upon the brave souls in my four dark divas of destruction. A hamster launched itself from Gundam's hand and ran up into the baton lighting on the ceiling in a flash. Choo choo choo. Started running around this stuck slip of paper in rapid circles. And then the paper fluttered downward and was definitely called my Gundam. Foo ha ha ha, did you see that? Behold the power of the ultimate eye of the wielder. Wow, that is amazing. I have never seen a hamster do the tricks. They're my four dark divas of destruction. Hamsters are merely their temporary form. So what's with the paper? Seems to be some kind of thick paper. Though it does not have any special spells scribbled onto it. It appears as nothing useful. No, that's not it. No doubt, some kind of clue. The fact that it was stuck in a place like that, no matter how we think about it, is too unnatural. A scrap of thick paper has been added to the Showable section of your handbook. Jackie, move, please. Massive candle positioned near the front of the stage. The dull light in that video must have been coming from the candle. Candle that huge might be perfect for lighting, but didn't need to bother using a candle. They could have just used the normal stage lighting. Candle has been added to the Showable section of your handbook. Step ladder is tipped over on the side. Must be the step ladder that Ibuki used in the video I saw.
See?
And a bloodstain. I think there's blood around the left side of the step ladder. As I recall, Ibuki didn't have any external injuries. If that's the case, must be Yoko's blood. Only thing I can think of. A bloodstain that probably belongs to Yoko was on the left side of the step ladder. What does it mean? Step ladder has been added to the Showable section of the handbook. It was also in the video, so... Black curtain hanging on the far side of the stage. Curtain is not wide enough, it can't reach from one edge of the stage to the other.
Huh?
Not really a full-length curtain. The curtain wasn't originally here, right? If it was, it's strange that it doesn't fit properly. Probably obtained from the furniture section of the supermarket. See the black curtain of the back of the curtain taped from temporary use, like the curtain in the supermarket. Since someone took the time to actually bring the curtain from the supermarket, they went that far. They were probably something that the killer really did for this crime. Why do they need it? Who knows? Wouldn't be a mystery if this answers came easy. Ibuki was already dead. Music video curtain had been added to the Showable section of the handbook. Ibuki's body. Ibuki's body lay atop the stage. She's wearing the hospital gown she was wearing when she got sick. Look at Ibuki's feet. Didn't notice when she was hanging, but the soles of her feet are dirty. It's blood, right? There shouldn't be any external injuries in Ibuki if that's the case. Blood belongs to someone else. Blood on the soles have been added to the Showable section of the handbook.
Damn right.
Hey Audrey, may I talk to you for a sec? You already discovered the body before you met up with us, right? Yeah, at first I didn't know it was Ibuki because of the hemp bag, though. But I knew right away she was dead since the hanging was from the rope.
Like...
Which means Ibuki must have died before Yoko was tied up. That helps, there's no time of death written in the Monica file this time. Which means sure who died first. It's true the estimated time of death wasn't written in the Monica file this time. But I should know when Ibuki died because the person saw it. It was a little boy. In the video, Ibuki was climbing the stepladder in her room, so right after that... Wait, hold on. Ibuki climbed the stepladder and died right after. That means she committed suicide? No, it's impossible, because even if Ibuki committed suicide, it doesn't explain how Yoko's death afterward. Two different deaths happen at the same time, there's no way that's a coincidence. It's that rope that was tied to that baton lighting on the ceiling. Ibuki hanged herself with the rope and died. What I can tell, it looks like a regular length of rope with no unnatural features. Despite the fact that music venue is a storage room, there shouldn't be having any rope here. Which means it was obtained from the supermarket, and the killer bring it from here. Means anybody could have obtained the rope, and that means it'd be difficult to use this as a clue. I wonder if that's true. Huh? I just noticed a little something, is it okay to confirm it? Excuse me, Mikon, do you have a moment? What happened? Something I wanted to ask you. No doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right? Yeah, she had no other external injuries, so there is no doubt she died from hanging herself. I see, so Ibuki died by hanging herself. Obvious from the moment we discovered the body. You might not have seen it, but we all saw that she hanged herself. You're right, yep, you got it, thanks. This rope won't be used much of a clue. Might as well search another place. The usual will have no idea what she's up to. Rope used for hanging. Under the Showable section of your handbook. The hemp bag that was offered to us a couple episodes ago. Ibuki had a hemp bag on her head and it was hanging from the ceiling. But why did she have a hemp bag on her head? Wait, huh? That hemp bag, upon further inspection, there's a monomi decal on the fabric. I was like, this isn't just normal tag. Yes. I pay attention, sometimes. With her arms crossed and a thoughtful look on her face, Chiaki was silently staring at the stage floor. Something dropped on the floor there? Nothing dropped, it's just dirty.
Hey, hey.
Dirty? Take a close look at the floor.
See?
If you look closely, you're right, there's a smudge as if something was wiped off. Wait, this isn't something. It's a bloodstain?
Yep.
Well, a bloodstain isn't strange. Hiyoko's neck was slashed not far from here. Rather, what's strange is, why did the killer try to hide it?
So...
Hide it. If they weren't trying to hide it, they wouldn't have bothered wiping it off. The reason the killer wiped off the bloodstain. As long as the body is nearby, there's no way they'd be able to conceal the crime by wiping off the bloodstain. So what was the killer trying to hide? Much of the floor has been added to the Showable section of your handbook. What is still here? Tell me. Oh, Hiyoko's body. Hiyoko's body is suspended against the pillar on the side of the stage. Wrapped against the pillar with duct tape, and she looks like she was forced to stand upright. Darn it, who did this? According to the Monokuma file, cause of death was a slit throat. It looks like it stopped bleeding, probably because of the duct tape wrapped around it. But why is Hiyoko's kimono like this? Her kimono is all disheveled, also her sash is tied in the front. Did the killer do this too? Boo, when did the killer kill Hiyoko? When I first discovered Buki's body, I didn't see Hiyoko's body here. If that's the case, Hiyoko was killed. It must have been during the time I was getting everyone else before I came back. That was barely 10 minutes. Is it really possible that the killer killed Hiyoko and taped her up in such a short amount of time? Even if it is possible, whoever did this would have had a narrow window of time to do so, because the killer must have been someone who doesn't have an alibi during that time, right?
Hey!
Hey Hajime, do you have a minute? No, you're in the way. I don't wish to be in your way at all, but there's something I really need need your help with.
Actually...
Help. If you look closely, there's an unnatural shape bulging from inside Hiyoko's kimono. Thinking she was hiding something. Bulgy. Bulgy. Wait, hold on, don't tell me you want me to search inside Hiyoko's kimono.
Why?
That's exactly it. Well, it would have been a problem if she were alive, but she's dead now, you know? Don't mess with me, are you saying there's no problem with that now that she's dead? Fine, if you don't want to do it, I'll just have to ask someone else. Hey, Akane.
Hey.
Yo, what's up? Well, it's something I want you to do for me. Looks like there's something hiding inside Hiyoko's kimono. Can you feel around for it? So can you feel around for that? I don't really understand, but I just gotta check Hiyoko's kimono, right? Thank you, Akane. Helping each other is such a wonderful thing. Let's see. Akane reached through the duct tape, minding Hiyoko, stuck her hand inside her kimono. Darn her, she's tied up so tight I can't really reach with my hand. Oh wait, hold on. There's something. Is this what you're looking for?
Perhaps...
It's a key? Was it different than the keys at the cottage? So this may be the key to her motel room. The key to her motel room, huh? If her key was so deep inside of her kimono that it would be hard to remove, very unlikely that her killer tampered with this evidence.
Right?
Because if this is a trap, it would have put in much more towards the front of her kimono so we notice it easier. Which means we can conclude that this is something Hiyoko had with her all along. Motel room key has been added to the Showable section of your handbook. And also, it's not like I'm adding to that or anything. But it looks like you were curious about the condition of Hiyoko's body, right, Hajime? Of course, that's why I'm investigating. It's true, there are several mysteries regarding her body. Well, just hear me out for a second. Out of all those mysteries, what I think is the strangest is...
See?
the way they wrapped her body with that duct tape. It's almost like they were trying to hide the wound on Hiyoko's neck. What do you think? Hide the wound on her neck? I don't really know if it was their true intention, but I guess it's a big help for our investigation. The reason for the low volume of blood is because the duct tape is acting like a compress, right? Her body was left alone around her throat slit. The surrounding area would be a sea of blood. Sea of blood, huh? 2 dead bodies floating in a sea of blood. That's enough to make anybody faint. Okay, to the storage closet. The Teddy Typhoon storage closet, please. Storage closet, thank you. Thick black paper that folded up on the lower shelf. It's like wallpaper. A lot of stickers pasted all over the front side of this wallpaper. And at the edge of this wallpaper, it's like a little bit is torn, but what does that mean? A lot of stickers here with venues, the logo placed here. Like they made a bunch of them and had too many left over. It feels somewhat depressing. Compared to last time, it feels like there was less stickers than before. Am I overthinking this? A lot of different musical instruments lined up here. Not about guitars and drums, but there's also instruments and machines I've never seen before. Like a xylophone. They don't look like they pertain to the case, okay. Tell me the xylophone did not commit the murder? I believe you. See your whole body in this huge full-length mirror, probably used for checking in costumes. Mirror this big would be pretty easy to check out how you look. Nagito, did you come here to investigate the storage room too? I wanted to confirm what you were thinking. Is that it, or was you trying to stand guard here? So how about it? Did you find any clues? The tipped-over stepladder on the stage, the duct tape guiding Hiyoko? Probably all came from the storage room. Might be the other things from the storage room that were used for the crime. Always pretend to give me hints, but in the end, you're just going to be on the killer side, right? I'm on my side with the killer, you know? I'm on the side of whoever acts in the name of hope. All there is to it. That's the main reason why the case is really special. Huh? I can't say for certain, though. What is this guy saying? As usual, doesn't make any sense. By the way, Hajime, still don't quite understand the details of what happened. If you can explain it to me in detail, I think I'd be able to give you some more useful information. Really, you might end up confusing us again instead. You don't want us to find the truth, you just want to make us suffer. That's not true, I'm doing this because I believe it's for everyone's sake. Oh well. For the sake of everyone's hope, I'll gladly become the enemy. I won't even mind when I die. That's the main reason why I can't overlook this case this time. Huh? What does that mean? Regardless, I guess you're not gonna tell me, huh? When it can't be helped, I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings.
Hey.
Gut feelings? You should come by later too, I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Obviously the movie theater. If you said that, Nagito walked out of my sight. From the hemp bag more. Movie theater? Why am sudden interest in the movie theater? This is everything important in the storage room. I should go back to the music venue. Alright, Mikan. Pooh, if only I noticed sooner, Ibuki might have been saved. Hey, when did you realize Ibuki was missing? After leaving Nagito's room, I went to the on-call room. That's when she came to me. I should go check out what everyone in the hospital is doing one more time before I go to sleep. Hick and so I went to the patient rooms and noticed that Ibuki was gone. Willie ran out of the hospital. That's when it happened. Men saw Fear Hiko in front of the hospital, so I asked him to help me look for Ibuki. That reminds me, where were you? I thought you were resting in the lobby. It's a long story. I'm sorry, it's not like I doubt you or anything. There's no way I doubt you, because we've been together since this morning. You're right, we were together until you went to the on-call room. That's right, we were together until just a little before the morning Monokuma announcement. So I don't doubt you, I'm telling you the truth. Is it alright if I continue with my autopsy? If you talk to me again later, I'll tell you what I know. So please spare my life at least. What happened to not doubting me? Mikan's account at the end of the Showable section of your handbook. Sorry, never mind, if you don't mind.
Something like this.
It has happened once again. Two of my cherished friends died at the same time. I cannot believe it.
Cruel.
This is the place where Ibuki sang for Furihiko. Hiyoko looked like she was having so much fun listening to her music. And now those two are no longer here. Ah, such a tragedy. I understand how you feel, but please get a hold of yourself. Two of our friends were killed, and that's all the more reason why we can't just leave this alone, right?
So just as I thought.
We must do this we must do this then, for the sake of the two who have fallen. Ooh, ha ha ha, did you direct your gaze into brave stature and my four dark divas of destruction? All I gotta say, thank you, Gundam. Hey, are you okay? Are you still not feeling well? Huh? Yeah, I don't really get it, but I think about Nekomaru was like my knees start shaking. That's weird, there's no way I got this kind of weakness. Probably go away if I battled a strong dude, but Nekomaru's not here. Nekomaru will definitely come back. You're right. Dude was shot by a bazooka? Yeah, Hajime, take a look at this. Nah, he was talking afterwards, he's just kind of tired. What? What's in front of the door? This is the drumstick, right? It looks like it's broken. What happened to it? Something like that in front of this door. You think it might be a really big clue? How would this be a clue? Remember when we came to the music venue? My brother, it was like 5 minutes ago, without me walking away to go to get something to drink. You remember walking to the door and it was barred shut? I wonder if it was going to be possible. Yes, it happened a minute ago. You don't got to show me this. Bam. We broke through the door. The door was locked when we tried to go inside, and the 4 of us charged into the door. But when I examined it, I found out this door doesn't have a lock at all. Huh? The door is designed to be pushed open, and this is the shape of the handle. If a stick was used to bar the door here, well, don't you think it would lock the door and keep it from opening? I mean, you think this drumstick was used to lock the door? Broken drumstick on the floor in front of the door should be proof of that. And how was the killer able to get out? Huh? I mean, the music venue doesn't even have windows. This door is the only entrance. If they locked the door from the inside, the killer wouldn't be able to escape outside. Maybe the killer wasn't still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue. They waited until we were already at the scene of the crime to join us. You know, don't they use tricks like that a lot in mystery dramas and stuff? If that's the case, there might be evidence of that around here somewhere. I'm definitely gonna find it. I won't let the killer get away with this. Killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue, huh? Like you said, this might be possible, but
the whole story.
I heard what you two were discussing. Chiaki, that was kind of a cool entrance. Besides the broken drumstick, I've also discovered something interesting. What is it? Looks like there's a weird glob where the right and left door touch, see? You're right, what is this? Looks like it's too firm to think it's rubber. It's literally rubber, but as you said, Chiaki bent down, scraped off the semi-transparent glob with her finger. Nom, you ate it! What are you putting in your mouth? Choo-choo. It smells like workshop chemicals. Workshop, spit it out! I see this thing may be a glob now, but it doesn't mean it was a glob from the start. For instance, it was originally a liquid that hardened into this. Would it be possible to apply directly and smoothly to the gash of the door? What are you talking about? Number 2. This is I thought tastes nasty. Jackie spat out the glob out of her mouth and left the area. Besides that bit about the taste, it's okay to consider this some kind of clue, right? Semi-transparent glob has been added to the Chewable section of your handbook. Alright, with this, we might be close to finish investigating this music venue. You can talk to McCon, need to make sure I get the autopsy results from her. How about it, McCon? Have you found out anything by now? Ooh, ooh. I'll tell you the truth, it's been very inconclusive. But it's not my fault, the music venue is just too hot. Because of the heat, I can't estimate the time of death. Because of the heat, is that possible? If the body is overexposed to heat or cold, it won't be able to determine the precise time of death. It's 86 degrees, it's not that hot. I see then it might have been the killer's goal. They covered up their time of death by using the heater to make the inside of the music venue hot. Oh, that's weird. Even if the heat is the killer's doing, is there any reason for them to cover up the time of death? I agree, as long as it's solid, it should be clear what order the murders occurred. First was Ibuki, then Hiyoko. I don't believe that. I'm pretty sure Hiyoko died afterwards, but... And as long as this is the imitation murder, there shouldn't be any mistaking that order of the murders.
Huh?
Imitation murder? You don't know, Hajime? I thought everyone already knew. It's a murder where the killer uses a creative work, like a song or a film, as an outline for their killings. So common in detective novels, mangas, and video games that you start to get annoyed with it. How would an imitation murder be related to this murder? Well, based on the killing order and the way they were killed, it's clearly an imitation of that movie. The assumption is that imitation murder is the reason why the killer killed 2 people. Cole was an imitation killer. Even so, why did they feel the need to do something like that? Excuse me, this is a really weird... This really is an imitation of that movie. Then is it possible that one more person might have been killed? It's certainly inconceivable that the killer wishes to complete the imitation. Hold on a sec. What are you talking about? Imitation murder? One more person might be killed? You guys worried that there's going to be another victim? Then no worries. Things would get out of hand too fast if a bunch of people could be killed at once. I'm a real cautious fella, so I prepared a perfect countermeasure. On a killing school trip, the same blackened can only kill maximum 2 people. You mean you've added another rule? Well, killing everyone at school once is okay. The black end would be able to secure easy victory, right? New rule will prevent that. Make sure you slam into your pretending birds. If it's a maximum of 2 people, then there will not be any more killings. As you're here, anyone can ask you one more thing. You know, I just wanted to confirm one of our Clash Royale rules. I see. Expected of you, you're very strict about games. I don't want to consider that a possibility at all, and I don't even want to think about someone would do this. If 2 cases occur at once, what happens if there are 2 killers?
So,
Like I said, I'm talking about the possibility that Buki and Yoko were killed by 2 different people. That would mean that 2 killers could exist at the same time, right? But we can only vote for
I am
one person, right?
concerned.
You can only choose one based on a majority vote, the other person would certainly
Yeah.
achieve the victory.
See?
Yeah, you're right. So what happens in that case? What about a case where there are 3 incidents instead of 2? Or if there are 4 incidents overlapping one another? Shut up. It's okay, I'll make extra sure something like that never happens.
Hey,
Meaning 2 killers can exist at the same time, so it's safe to say this applies to the case too, right?
I don't like
Ooga.
this.
Alright, fine, that's right. There's always 1 killer at any given time. Even if there had been an accomplice that had figured... I'd have you figure out who the mastermind is. Man, I ended up giving you a huge hint and she made me say it. Gamer brains are not to be underestimated. I should just shut up and go back to my cave. Let's see, so there's no possibility for 2 killers to exist at the same time. With this, I guess it narrows down, things
Yep.
down a little. It makes things a little easier. The same killer can kill a maximum of 2 people. Since the 3rd victim would be impossible, imitation murder breakthrough. You guys keep saying that and it sounds strange to me. What do you guys mean by imitation? Could it be you haven't seen it? Seen it? Seriously, seen what? Like I said, that movie. When we first explored the island, Monica was passing by our invitation tickets. And the imitation is... Of course, it was an imitation of that movie. Based on the murders at this time, it closely resembles that movie as if they were copying it. As if they copied the movie. I see Nagato mention something about that too. It can't be helped. I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings. Gut feelings. You should come by later too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Obviously the movie theater.
You...
I see, so you haven't seen it, so it's not too late, I think. Probably a good idea to watch the movie before the class trial starts. I need to do that. I should get going too. There are other places I want to investigate. Where do you want to go next, Chiaki? The hospital for sure. First victim Ibuki was there. I don't know what was going on in the hospital in the first place. I said that spare disease, we could not go there for some time. She's right, it might be good for me to investigate the hospital too. Might be some clues related to Ibuki's death. For clues related to Yoko's death, I should try going to the motel. All things I can do before the class trial, I'll definitely give it all my until the very end. I will go to the hotel. The motel. I just remembered I never went inside any of the rooms in the motel. I don't even know where Yoko's room is. It'd be faster to just ask someone.
So you have appeared.
You're here, right? Come on out. Oh, are you talking to me? I can see you. Did you really think you could hide your presence like that? I wasn't trying to hide in the first place. Which room was Yoko staying in? Open the door to the center room. However, are you prepared? Make sure you pray to whatever god you hold dear, and you might want to bring an extra pair of underwear. Okay. Wonder how does the guy talk to his parents and teachers?
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, can you explain it to me again? What happened when you first discovered Ibuki's body? It was the same as when I found out with you guys about Ibuki's body was hanging from the baton lighting. However, there was no body discovery announcement made, that's why I went to get you guys. Met up with Chiaki at the motel, and when we were about to go back to the music venue, met up with Mikan and me. And when we went back to the music venue, the entrance door wouldn't open for some reason. We had no choice but to break down the door and discover Hiko's body was suddenly there too.
Hey.
That's what happened. The most important part. When you arrived at the motel, who else saw you besides Chiaki? As I recall. Didn't you hear me? A body was found? Body? Yeah. Could it be? Do you intend to spread lies like Nagito? In order to confuse us all? Besides Chiaki, I saw Gundam and Nomi. Okazuchi and Sanyo didn't appear, huh? You think those two were suspicious? Well, Hyokyo was killed between the time you saw Ibuki's body and when we broke down the door, right? Obviously, those two are the most suspicious since they weren't with us. That might just be it, but while we're at it, let me tell you my alibi too. The morning when morning Monokuma announcement woke me up, I went straight to the hospital. Saw my mom panicking in front of the hospital. I asked her what was going on. She said Ibuki disappeared. We got split up for Ibuki, huh? While we circled the island, we came to the motel and saw you guys there. Did you see anyone else while you circled the island? No, we went to the movie theater and the street full of machines to look for a bookie, but we didn't see anyone. You imply I don't have an alibi because I didn't run into anyone? Or reasonable for you to doubt me? The time that Mikon and I were running around looking for a bookie wasn't very long. That short time, there was no way I could have killed Hiyoko and wrapped my hair around the pillar and the duct tape. It's true, I feel like there wasn't enough time to do that after I left the music venue. The fact that Hiyoko was killed when we did discover her body.
Jeez.
Still doubt me? Well, I'm used to it, it's true, I've done things that I deserve to be doubted for. So don't worry, even if you doubt me, I don't plan on dismembering you and encasing you in concrete. I would have known in advance what I had to do to end up like that. For your Hiko's account, I've been added to the Showable section of your handbook. We should check out Hiyoko's room, please. Clatter, clatter, clatter. It's locked, but the key was inside her kimono. Maybe if I use this. Creak. It opened just as I thought. The key was Hiyoko's room key. Alright, I should go inside. Hiyoko was staying here. I only stayed here a few nights, so it doesn't really feel like her room, but I feel a little conflicted.
Oh my.
Where did you come from, Sonia? How did the door open? Hiyoko put the key in her kimono, and so I used that to open it. I see. What, did something happen? No, it just... starting to believe it might be my fault. Her fault? What does she mean? Bed isn't messed up. It doesn't look like she was abducted in her sleep. It was a mirror, but it's so small and rusty. No way anyone can use this. Every time Monica shows up in these screens, I get a chill that makes my heart leap. Someone talk to me. Moment Hiyoko came to this motel, she completely shut herself in this room. Much afraid of the despair disease, so she was cautious with you guys too, right? However, her fear of the disease was not the only reason she locked herself in her room. She had another reason. Besides the disease, what other reason would make her lock herself in the room? Her kimono. Her kimono. Yesterday, I went to go talk to her. She had been in the room for some time. I told her it might be good for her to go outside for a bit. The door to her room locked, but by coincidence, it was not locked at that time. And then I saw it. Hiko was crying and struggling with her kimono stash. She did not want to smell bad when she took a shower, but then she could not tie her stash anymore. Maharu is no longer with us, so I believe she was having trouble with it. She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie her kimono on. Others might have thought it was just a silly stash, but it might have been a serious issue for her. Hiko told me that she learned how to tie her stash from Maharu, that Maharu kind of taught her the basics. That's why she wanted to be able to tie her stash on her own. Probably couldn't not forgive herself for not being able to do it, especially since Maharu taught her. Could never really understand her feelings, which is why I said what I did. What did you say?
Yoko, by chance, are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Stupid! What are you saying? Of course I can do it! Because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
If that is the case, how about you do it someplace where there is a mirror? Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room at the music venue? If you do it while standing in front of a large mirror, I am confident you will be successful. Also, shutting yourself in your room like this may be bad for your health.
And that was when she kicked me out? Could it be Hiyoko remember that? You saying she went to the music venue to wear her kimono? I can see that happening. Hiyoko locked her room and made sure to put the room key inside her kimono. Can't imagine that she was abducted by someone else. If so, that's weird. Did you tell anyone else about that before the incident? Or was someone listening in on your conversation? I never told this to anyone. I do not believe anyone was listening to our conversation. Nobody knew. If that's the case, how did the killer know Hiyoko was going to the music venue? Something's wrong. I don't see anything else that looks suspicious. It was finding that anyone made a mess of her room. I don't think she was forcibly abducted. Really, I couldn't really find any important clues, so well. Leave here. Dun dun. To the hospital. Let's go. Davinci.
Well,
I feel like I haven't been here for in a while, even though it's only really been a few days. Hey, you prepared the surveillance camera unit, right? Yeah, so I didn't make any weird modifications or anything, like I'm suspicious or anything. Didn't you get this from that shady looking alley where all those machines were lined up? Yeah, I just tweaked it a little. Then there are other surveillance camera units. Would it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too? Well, that's impossible. Originally, the surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors were only used as part of the same unit. Video that was filmed with the hospital camera can only be viewed on the hospital monitor. Video that was filmed with the music venue camera can only be seen with the music venue monitor. Would have left it like that, we wouldn't have been able to communicate, so I decided to swap the cameras. So that's how you guys were able to view the hospital footage from the music venue and vice versa. However, each surveillance camera unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number. You bring the same model camera and monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal. Meaning, even if another surveillance camera exists, it is impossible for the broadcast with it. I didn't just swap the cameras, I modified them to increase the wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't be able to use it. You're right, you did work on that. The surveillance camera unit on top of the reception desk. As long as the music venue's surveillance camera unit is destroyed, it is possible to broadcast with this.
Hajime.
Something I wanted to ask you, Hajime. First discovered Buki's body at the music venue, right? Why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with the camera? I wanted to ask you that. It'd be different if the surveillance camera unit could record, but it's only good for household functions. Tell me, Hajime. Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video in that surveillance camera unit. Showed the music venue stage, there was a black curtain hanging like there is now. But the whole display was pretty dark because they were just using casual candlelight. There was a rope hanging from the ceiling, and beneath that there was a stepladder on the floor. And right away, a person wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head appeared. I didn't know who it was because the face was covered, but now I know that must have been a Buki. Walked straight to the stepladder without any hesitation. Climbed the stepladder on her free will, and she grabbed the rope end. That's all I saw. Candlelight being used must have been snuffled out or something because the screen went dark and all of a sudden, and it wasn't displaying anything anymore.
Man.
While the candlelight goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras haven't fared function, so things can still show up even in the dark. But the one I got from the machine alley was a really old model.
Well,
Hold on. At the time, you said you didn't know the person wearing the headband was a Buki, right? Yeah? You didn't know it was her, but you saw she was trying to hang herself. Rushed over to the music venue to try and stop her.
Hey.
I didn't make it in time. Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, doesn't that mean she committed suicide, or wouldn't that mean she's her own killer? Buki committed suicide. What do you think, Chiaki? No doubt Buki climbed the stepladder on her own, right? There's no doubt. If so,
You.
don't think for so long. If you don't know, just be honest about it. Well, of course she doesn't. There's no way we'd be able to figure that out so easily. Oh yeah, I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. Heading over there. What the heck? She ran away all of a sudden. At the conference room, but why would she mention the conference room all of a sudden? I might just be overthinking it, but did she seem a little upset? Surveillance monitor video has been added to the Showable Section of your handbook.
now then.
Phew, I'm finally getting back to my normal self. Hajime, help me out, my recovery. You can touch my boobs if you win. No thanks. She was bearable when she was quiet, but it would be so much better if she was still feeling the disaster effects. She'd beat me if I said that out loud. Anyway, why are you here? Well, I've never been sick or hurt before, so I had no idea, but hospital gowns are pretty comfy. I was thinking I might as well keep wearing one. Don't tell me you plan to wear hospital gowns from here on out. That's the idea, but it looks like they're out of stock. Looks like there was one gown for each patient's room, so I thought there'd be more in the empty rooms.
Yo.
There weren't any gowns? Yep, that's right. Buki died wearing one, so the only one left is the one that Nagito was wearing. If I have no choice, then I shouldn't just use Nagito's. It's a unisex size, so I'd probably be able to fit in it. Hold on, what happened to the gown you were wearing? I think I should wear the one I already wore? That's gross. Wearing clothes someone else might wear, someone else is wearing is even grosser. Let's have the dilly-dally and totally left Mikan back at the music venue. Crap, I gotta go soon. Well, it was okay since I already investigated the music venue, but leaving her on guard duty was a bad idea. Go to the conference room, mind if I do? This isn't a room for patients, it looks more like an on-call room for the hospital staff. But all this cluttered medical equipment makes it look like a storage room. This is the only on-call room. Working at the hospital might be tough work. If a room like this exists, that must mean there used to be people here, right? Hello? What's up? Yeah, they explain everything. Yeah. Seriously, what the heck is going on with this island? There's a bed. There's a middle of the patient's rooms, but there are probably for breaks. Okay. Get me out of this room, please. Conference room. Was this pitch black? I can't see anything.
Hey,
Where's the switch? Don't turn it on. Huh?
'cause...
Chucky, are you there? Turning the light is gonna be fully exposed. It'd be embarrassing.
Hey,
What's fully exposed? Hey, Hajime? Poke out your eyes, you can turn on the light. What are you gonna do? You gonna poke them out? I'm gonna poke my eyes out. Aw, bummer. Troll fail. Soon did she finish saying that, I heard the dry sound of a curtains being drawn. With a flash of intense light that stung my eyes a little. Went in my eyes until they started adjusting to the light. I thought Chucky had finished opening the curtain that was covering the window.
hey.
Were you surprised? Surprised I don't get it. I got it.
See?
Got what? Curtains in this conference room are designed to completely block out light. Projector in here, so they were probably careful about the light shining through. See, a black curtain blocks the light and also long enough to reach the floor. It's perfect. A black light blocking curtain. That's why it was so dark. Is something wrong with it? Still in the middle of investigating, so it's a secret. Yep, she's upset. But still, what was this all about? The bit about it being embarrassing if I look at the troll fail? One of the best of you. Definitely upset. Why is she acting so childish? I'm about investigating the hospital. Okay. Oh, the hospital. Hello. No. I should definitely go to the movie theater first. What am I doing? Don't go to Yokos Room first. It says thinking trick and a half. The Wizard of no Monami. My eyeballs.
Hello there.
Well, hello there, Hajime. I knew you'd come here. It means you noticed it too, right? Case the Time is the imitation case in which the killer used the movie as their theme. I wouldn't know, I haven't watched the movie. Let's see, then you really should watch the movie first. Hey manager, your customer's here. Did you call me? Hajime, the customer? Do you have a problem with that? Pooh, you said you didn't want to watch it, but I knew you wanted to see it all along. That's what this under Hajime looks like, and you're really a tough guy. You were so devoted to being a Tsundere, you even bought the Monocular sticker for $1.5 million. That, yeah, that one. Tsundere? Tsundere?